the season with the Achilles. Is that the case? And who do you look at to step up with him obviously being out this week?
Yeah, that is the case. And we'll look within our roster, look within our defense, and say, exactly who yet, but I mean, you know the guys.
All right, if you have any questions, raise your hands. Go back here on the left.
Jim, how well do you know Pat Fitzgerald, and could you talk a little bit about any background with him?
Great competitor. Background would be starting with, I was at Stanford, he was at Northwestern, first cross pass on the recruiting trail, and sized him up and said, this guy's a fine coach and great competitor. He's done a fabulous job. He's a great coach, and got to know him this summer. He came to our football camp. Did a tremendous job talking to the campers and sharing football lessons and life lessons with them. Thought it was fabulous. And the football team is a tremendous football team. So everything you look at with Pat Fitzgerald is really good. Admire him.
To your right, Coach Chris.
You've been watching them on film. What impresses you most about their defense?
Athletic. Mike Hankowitz does a great job. They react as athletic and fast as anybody that we've seen. 18 is as good a player as we've faced. So all those things, really good scheme. They play great team defense, leading the country in points allowed. But I think that's the thing mainly is this team reacts and flows to the ball as good as you're going to see in college football.
In the middle, Coach Adam.
Jim, excuse me, going back to how the reference of sizing up Pat Fitzgerald, and then with the defense is Northwestern #1, you guys right behind him. Have you given a lot of thought as far as just kind of like a battle of the defense? Is this a big game in your mind for both defenses, yours particularly?
That's part of it, yeah. Then offenses, special teams, all equal parts of the game.
But given the ranking for both defenses, do you feel like it's kind of like a bout? Or is
No, the two defenses won't go against each other in the game. They won't face each other. So it's look at it the way always look at it. It's three phases, and you want to win each of those phases.
Up here on your left, Coach Bojo.
Jim, when your defense is performing like it is, does that affect how you run your offense? In other words, maybe not take as many chances playing to your good defense? Is that kind of a strategy?
What kind of strategy would that be?
Keep it a little bit tight to the vest, since you know your defense is good enough that you don't necessarily have to take a lot of risks on offense?
No, I wouldn't characterize it that way. But
It's
it
not
seems really simplified.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah. No.
So in other words, with someone like Jake Rudock,
We got to move the chains, score points, and ultimately got to put more points on the board than your opponent.
Sterling and Smith, do you expect them to be back to play?
Yeah, I think they'll be back in some form or fashion today and look to progress through the week. And we'll see how that goes.
John.
Speaking of dribbling, you made the trip without him, and yet there wasn't any big drop-off in terms of production defensively. Can you talk about some of the depth that secondary is developing?
Yeah, doing a really good job. Individually, collectively, playing as a defensive unit. Can't say enough good things. I mean, it's been impressive. Congratulations, and now we got a tremendous opponent this week who is very good at running the football. This is a team that probably runs it 70% of the time, throws it 30% of the time, averaging somewhere around 12, 13, 14 passes a game. Quarterback that's very good runner, extremely good running back, offense that knows how to run the football and throw it and keep you off balance with both the passing game and the running game. So it's a tremendous challenge for us again this week. But yeah, Jordan Lewis, ascending player. Jabril Peppers, just his versatility and goodness, where he can line up at corner, at safety, at nickel. I haven't seen too many things like that. And then also in the punt return game, he's been extremely valuable and really good. I mean, really good. So he is. There's really good individual. For Clark, again, another interception, doing a fabulous job. And others. And Stribling's a very good player. Channing really felt like we needed him. We want him out there. He's an ascending football player, and our hopes are that it was just a 1 week type of injury, and our doctors and training staff and coaches can manage that, and he can manage that to get back on the field soon.
What was your right, Coach Nick?
With Mario, it's the 5th game, so just want to be clear. Does that mean he's done his career-wise? I don't think he's got any eligibility left. Is it too late in the season to salvage anything?
To my understanding, that's correct.
Over to your left, Mike.
Jim, how would you evaluate Ryan Glasgow's play up front on the defensive line this season?
Really good, solid, better than solid. It's been outstanding. High motor all the time, and you see it in practice every day. There's never I never seen him take a play off or loaf, and it shows up in the games. That's the way he practices, the way he plays, and really asserted himself from the first day we got here in the spring. I know he was a good player before that, but I've just seen day after day after day of being a really good football player. Mo Hurst, Willie Henry, they're doing the same thing. Matt Godin, really good too. and Willie Henry, Mo Hurst probably had the best of the game from the defensive line standpoint. We talk about tackles for loss or sack and disrupting plays. But Ryan's been outstanding all year.
Right over to the right, Matt.
I believe we saw Tyree Kinnell in the game on Saturday. What's
Yeah.
he done to earn that?
He's been extremely physical. We have a scrimmage every week for some younger players. He stood out every single week, and felt like we needed to get him on the field. His development as a football player and being able to help our football team. Saw some issues where J.U. Chesson was just playing so much on his task list. On 4 special teams, playing wide receiver, blocking the way he was. I wanted to try to get somebody else to carry some of that water, and thought Tyree Kinnell would be a good candidate, and others too. Had about maybe 7 or 8 others. And what day was it? Tuesday? Might have been Monday. It was Monday. Monday a week ago. So, okay, you guys, we're having a race. Race them at the end of practice. So we had a Monday race last week, and Tyree was the first of all the candidates to, play that position on the kickoff, and competed for it, won it, and Furbush was another who jumped out surprisingly in that race and was right there in the top 3. So yeah, he just seemed like a guy that was screaming to get me on the field, coach. You know, not in the vocal way or the come into the office and, you know, hey, I need more playing time way, but in the best way, you know, by what he did on the field and how he was competing in practice and in competition. So, you know, I listened. We listened.
Are there any other true freshmen that you still?
Who's screaming, count on me, coach. I can help. We can help. I can help this team.
Are there any other true?
But again, he didn't say it. You know, he did it, which was the best way.
Are there any other true freshmen that you think will play this year that haven't seen the field yet?
Well, now's the time. I truly believe that there are no more freshmen. You know, when they go through a month of training camp and 4 games, when you've played 4 games, the third of the season, that nobody is a freshman anymore. And now's the time. If they're gonna show that they can contribute as a freshman, then you know, now's the time to do it. It's also been my feeling that those that can, as true freshmen, ultimately become the best players. You get better at football by playing football, and you know, the ones that are mentally and physically ready to do that as true freshmen end up having better careers, college careers, pro careers. Now, I've not done a study on that, but it's just my own personal experience, and it'd be a good study for somebody to do. You know, how many guys are playing in the NFL that did or did not redshirt their freshman year, not including quarterbacks and offensive linemen. But that would be an interesting study for some crackerjack analytic out there. So now's the time. Yeah, now's the time, I believe, that they have a chance to do that. Right now, Tyreek Canal, Grant Perry, Keith Washington, Reuben Jones, you know, are all, Shelton Johnson's also close to being able to do that. Karan Higdon is another. Those come to mind right away that are the closest to contributing. I'm leaving out the offensive lineman and the quarterback, because those positions, they're usually better in their 5th year than they would be in their freshman year. Anyway, sorry to get off topic, but hope that answered your question.
Middle there, Adam.
Jim, just going back to Jake Rudock, obviously week 1 with the 3 interceptions, he's had 3 since then. So just your assessment of his comfort, your comfort with him, and just how everything's going with Jake so far.
Good. As you know, comfortable is never a word we associate with football. But playing good, his job's to win football games. That's what he's doing. Heard John Harbaugh say that to him in the locker room after the game. He's doing a good job, and that's his job, win football games. And I concur. That's how I feel. Satisfied's another word that just do not associate with football. It's on the list of words.
Do you like the fact that he's only thrown 3 interceptions since throwing the 3? I mean, that has to be an encouraging sign for you, right? To see that he's taking better care of the ball.
He's taking good care of the football. You know, go through decision by decision. He's taking good care of the football. He's making good, accurate, appropriate throws. You know, the one he did get interception really, you know, hit Sione right in both hands. Now you coach not to throw back against your body. Yeah, we do coach that. But then, you know, the guy makes that play and you get a completion and you're happy he did it. But that one, football God's got us on that one. But he's doing a good job taking care of the football. Love the way he ran. You know, he looked like Russell Wilson, Colin Kaepernick there at a flashback of those 2 guys when he took that ball, got us a first down, and cut across the grain and was heading toward the end zone. Got tackled about the 12, 13-yard line. That was a big play in the game. So doing a lot of good things. He's playing winning football. That's what we asked him to do.
Middle coach, Adam.
Yeah.
When you were scouting Maryland on film, what did you see in their defense that led to calling a number of screens to open the game?
Well, we just thought we could get the first one, the first play of the game. We had with a screen called. Didn't go as far as we would have liked it to. But then the tight end screen to Jake Bunt went a lot further than we thought it would, and the touchdown to Drake Johnson was a great call. Fortunate that we got the all-out blitz that we got, and we're able to get a touchdown out of it. So.
Front left here, Larry.
Jim?
I always want to have those kind of plays in, you know. It's like different pitches in baseball, you know. You got a fastball, you got a curve, you got a changeup, you got a hopefully as many pitches in your repertoire as you can, but we'll always have some screen game in the game plan in some form or fashion, whether we think it will work or not. You know, it's there for a purpose. In case you do get an all-out house blitz.
Facing the best team you've faced since Utah, would you agree with that, first of all? Northwestern, best team you've faced since Utah?
Oh, well, you know, I hate comparing anything, you know, even teams to team. There's no doubt it's a heck of a good football team.
And just wanted to ask, how much more prepared do you think your team is now than you were in that opener to face this type of team?
As I said Saturday, I think good. You know, like what we have, like our team, like the way we prepare. They get better, and they've gotten better and made improvements each week. They give it everything they got. That's all you can ask for as a coach. So feel good about that, and then want to keep building on it. Take what we have and build.
We got time for a couple more. We're gonna start on the right, front right with Mark.
I think it's about as much as I could get. I saw you smile. Like, was that your?
Yeah, I got something to work with there.
All right, good. I did. Sometimes just to let me know. Just let me know what you want me to say, and I'll try to fill in the blanks for you. I know sometimes you come with the story already written, and probably save us a lot of time to. Do not have a crystal ball.
To your right, Coach Mark.
Jim, when you talk about the defense, you've been talking about position groups and the highlights of the different position groups. Is there a point when, as they grow, there's a synergy between them, and does that grow the different units in terms of the team week by week?
Sure, yes. Teamwork is what we call that.
On the defense especially, I'm talking about, like, do the linebackers get more comfortable with knowing what the defensive line is going to do week to week, and the secondary, does that grow through the season?
Yeah, I mean, it has a chance to. It has a chance to improve and get better, and it also has a chance to not, you know, depending on the guys you have, you know, a team attitude, a unit attitude, a position attitude, you know, the competitive and not self-centered. That definitely has a chance to grow. A lot depends on the attitude, you know.
On Saturday, you said about there's a higher
You could have a
ceiling.
selfish attitude,
Right.
or you could have a team attitude, you know. You could have a good attitude, you could have a bad attitude. And, yeah, so that definitely has a chance to get better.
You talked about the higher ceiling on Saturday, that you thought there was room to grow. Where's the area of that defense you think can grow?
It's in all areas. I mean, that's our goal. I mean, name a way, and that's what our team's attacking. So you never do get satisfied. You always feel that there's ways to improve, and you're attacking every little thing. You know.
You've said the last couple of weeks you wanted to ease Drake Johnson back into the offense. Do you feel like after that game last Saturday that he's capable of handling, I mean, maybe even being the lead back, getting the bulk of the work?
I do, and he has. You know, it's already happened. You know, that was weeks ago. We were talking about the glide theory of coming down the runway and taking off. You know, yeah, he's up and going, and really impressed. The way he accelerates into a tackler, the way he can drop his shoulders and, you know, just feed that shoulder pad to the defender, is really impressive. I would think you'd want to tackle him maybe a couple times a game, but not too many more after that. I think he does a great job of accelerating through contact, to and through contact, in a way that is explosive, and is able to feed pads to the defender. I'm really impressed by that.
If I could follow up with Ty, I mean, he had the fumble, he had actually the roughing the kicker penalty also, and the fumble that he recovered. Does that play in a running back's head? I mean, and what do you do if that's in his head, the mistakes? How do you coach him out of that if it's a bit of a funk, I guess?
Yeah, well, I mean, you didn't have a good day. Wasn't a good day. Tomorrow's a new day. Sometimes life hits back. The game of football hits back at you, and I don't know. Go to Rocky. What was that? Rocky 4, Rocky 5. Go to the speech of Rocky to his son. Life's gonna hit back. You're gonna knock you down. Nothing hits like life. And I know I'm paraphrasing here, but how many hits can you take and keep coming back? So pull out that clip. Sylvester Stallone did it well.
Go to our last question to Jake.
Coach, here. You mentioned your brother a minute ago and also on Saturday, and a number of your assistants have brought up influences from the NFL as well. How big of an influence have whether it's schemes, positions, things like that, been on your team this year?
It has. It has. I don't know if it's a percentage, but I mean it's there. Also, high school tape, college tape, other football, NFL tape. I mean, you enjoy watching it as a coach. You don't feel like it's stealing. It's research. But yeah, there's a lot of good ideas that come from high school coaches, college coaches, pro coaches.
Last question, Brandon.
Jim, just from the group that you inherited last year to now, is that same group going into a top 25 game? Do you see a group that maybe is kind of feeling a little differently about itself than all that uncertainty that was kind of previous to now back in the spotlight, back among the nation's top teams?
I don't know. I hope they're feeling ready to work. Get back to work. Work and don't worry. Impressive. Congrats. Next. I hope that's our mindset.
Thanks, Coach.
Okay. Thanks.